Hi all, and welcome to Mad's Motors. I am Madman. Welcome to the channel, everybody. I do hope you enjoy the content. Behind me, as you can see, there is a Citroen 2CV. It's 1984, so it's not that old because that's when I was born. And it was actually bought for my mum. About 5 or 6 years ago I purchased it. And had all the bits and everything like that, and mental health got in the way, needless to say, but now I'm back out to play, so yeah, it's all good. So I've got a fresh set of Erbauer tools, along with German engineered precision set, so I can get in there and get stuff going. But so if you take a look around, so I've already started some work to this. So the wheels have been removed, the front arches, the rear quarters, the front doors, the interior, the roof, and what's going to happen is this is going to be removed from the chassis, and once this is all removed and the body itself has gone, what will happen is it will be going onto the new chassis, which has renewed suspension. I believe it was galvanised, and yeah, we undercoated it so that it should be good for a good few years. So without further ado, now I'm going to cut to me. I'm going to be working in right here. Okay, so if I come unstuck, I have the trusty Haynes manual. So yeah, I am no mechanic by any means, so please do not take what I say as gospel. You know, I'm learning, and hopefully all of you can learn at the same time. So I'm now going to start trying to remove this manifold. Now I soaked the bolts because I snapped one of them off already. And I believe it is an 11mm that we need. So let's try and crack these off. Oh, well, we have success. Now always remember, when you're taking something apart and you've got the little bits, just to store them on the floor, somewhere like that, you know, somewhere that you're going to remember where they are. Oh. This one's going to be a bit tricky. Okay, so first one that's completely welded on. So let's try this out of the way. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put an 11mm spanner on the bottom of this, so that when I turn the top, always a good idea to let your spanner jam up against something, wherever it finds, it doesn't matter. Oh. As you can see, this is so easy. So easy. Whew. there we have it. Our first nut and bolt off. One down. Several hundred to go. Now I'm sure this must be really good fun for you all watching. But sometimes, he says, you just would love to have someone else with you. Oh. All the gear, no idea. Okay. Clamp removed. Way. So. Suppose we'll do this other one. Oh. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to release these here, which is the intake. I know, I tell a lie. This exhaust. It could be either. And that's just what you want. I want to round off. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. And if all else fails, I've got a fast cut disc. Any size, any shape. So that fast cut disc we mentioned, yeah, well, I'm going to go and get that. So extension lead, very lucky that I have electric where I need it. And you'll have to bear with me because I need to find the... There it is. Universal bolt remover. Any size, any shape, doesn't matter. Oh, okay. See how easy that is? Wow. Okay. Now we have the BFS, the BFH, and the LFH. I think we'll go for the LFH. Split that, hey, and we're off. So a little bit of persuasion, and we are there. Now, had I noticed this before, I probably would have undone these. So this is a very small, very small nut that I've got to get onto here, so I should get the the baby out. There we have it, a little 8mm. Now, I have no idea what this is. I'm sure someone will be able to tell me. I now have to work out how to get it apart. I don't particularly want to cut it. Ah, okay. So this controls the airflow, as we see. So for when we're wide open. Right. And we'll go back to the BFS. Hindsight, this probably would have been easier to have done on the vehicle. And we have it. There we go. Just try and remember how that goes back on now. So what I'll do is I'll do the sensible thing and I'll put it back and put it over here and done. How easy was that? Cool. So now we can get to the others under here. So remember, we've still got that rounded off one up the top. I might have to stick a smaller socket on that and knock it in, but I want to find an old socket set, not my brand new ones. So I'll have a look at some old sockets in a minute. I'm sure we've got some laying about in there. Oh. Now obviously a lot of people use penetrating fluid, which is basically code for whatever you've got to loosen off. So it can be WD-40, but for me it's 2-stroke oil. So it works. There's someone that I watch quite regularly, Vice Grip, and yeah, Derek, he just says, use what's at hand. That's what you need to do. So move you around, simply because I can't work in front of it. You won't actually see anything I'm doing. So there's a linkage here, which I believe is for the throttle cable. I think it opens the intake. So what we're going to do is we're going to release the cable from this so that I can keep these separated. So that's going to be a 7mm. So we go. Remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty. Right. And then we can get back onto the 11mm, which hold this side on And just like that, we have another one out. Again, carefully store these. Go, another one. Oh dear. Right. It's all going pretty well considering. You know, there I was thinking this was going to take me absolutely forever and a day, and it's not massively difficult, I will say, so far. Not that I wouldn't like some input from a professional. However, my father broke his pelvis. Nothing as exciting as what you'd think. No. He was buying cockles. Yeah. He was buying cockles and fell on his ass. And yeah, cracked his pelvis. So I laughed, not gonna lie. Thought it was funny till he'd been in A&E and they'd x-rayed him. Wasn't with him, he was with my sister. Obviously he wouldn't have fallen over in my care. But no, all jokes aside, he's in hospital at the moment and he is on the mend, and no doubt at some point I will get him to make an appearance. Oh, another one bites the dust. So what I'm doing now is I'm having to use the ratchet and the spanner simultaneously to undo these really old school exhaust clamps. That's how old school they are. They just snapped. So again, these are the clamps here, and this was the little toggle I was saying about on both of these. So yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. So now those are removed, now I can get on to, because this manifold here has got two pipes here, hence my, you know, rough guesstimate of inlet and exhaust. So yeah, so we've got these two, 4, so it's just a 4 branch. And these are the, oh wow, like butter. Right, I should really get rid of that sharp metal sticking out of there because it keeps hitting me in the leg. I suppose it would be a good idea to cut it off really. I'll do that later. Oh look, got a handy little tray as well. You fill that up with bits I'm going to forget about. My gosh, you guys and girls and everywhere in between, my fellow humans, if you could see the fucking sky, oh, excuse me, the sky here. Yeah, it's not pretty. I don't think we're going to be out here for much longer. Okay, right, so, still got that one over there, haven't I? Okay, so, right, what looks to be connected here? So this will be the throttle cable, which has a split pin holding the assembly together. There we go. Right, we can disconnect that. Make sure that you put the pin back in, because that is one thing. If you drop it, lose it, forget it. You're not going to be getting that back. There we go. So, disconnected. Success. Right, now, okay, we just have that bolt there. So give me 2 ticks. I should go and try and find a 10. Right, so we have BFH, yeah, and I've lost that. Oh, nice. Handy if I didn't keep dropping it, eh? Okay, so we're on there. I do hope you can see this. If you can't, I'm just gonna. So what I've done is the nut that was rounded off. So here's the bolts I've been removing. Okay, here, one round here, and then the same the other side, but one of those snapped off, unfortunately. And then these bits were on here, and so forth on the other side. Oh. For a laugh. This is my camera stand. Right. Try and get this off. Oh my gosh. That's right. Oh my gosh. You're not going to believe this. Huh. Success. Now I shall go and introduce this socket to an SFS and a BFH. I'll do that later. Just involves a vice, screwdriver, bash, done. So, oh, excuse me. Probably be a good idea to disconnect the fuel line like that. Who needs clamps, Citroen? You got precision engineering. I love it. Okay, so now this is the first look that I've got. Here's where I removed the alternator. Now I don't know if you can see, but Hoovie's got a Hummer, and the brakes are in the middle here. They're not at the ends where you'd usually expect them. So I'm not sure how that's going to pan out, but I'm hoping that I can disconnect a few, I don't know, engine bolts, would you call them, and then try and get the engine out at some point. Okay, so this will all be covered up, so no water can get in there, no ingress. So I need to get some screws out. So I got these today, and I'll be honest, this is my first set of electronics. It's like, you know, I've got my own tool set now, and I've got my spanners and ratchets and a whole lot, and I'm just very lucky to have that, you know, because not a lot of people do, and I know that, which is why I'm so thankful. Because not everybody's in a position to have new tools. You know, I mean, I do have a real job, so to speak, but due to injury at work, I have been off. I do battle with mental health every day, which is interesting for me, obviously, not for anybody that's watching. It's if anybody has their own battles, they know exactly what I'm talking about. And then that makes sense to have a bolt where everyone else is screws, but okay. This is perished. I don't know what it's called or what it does. There we go. Get there in the end, eh? Okay. There's lots of these hiding. Now I don't actually know the purpose of this. I know it's some sort of rubberized protection, I think, but I don't know from what. I don't know. Whether it might be a heat shield or something like that, but it's pretty perished and cracked. So I'm going to do my best to get it off without damaging it too greatly, because I'm not sure if you can even get these parts anymore at all. I suppose I should have really looked at that before I started to do it, but you know. Right. So, as you can probably see, it's raining. So we're just gonna carry on, see where we get to. Oh. Right. So let's try and take this. You little stuff like that. So a little bit of rain doesn't hurt. I should really move the electric to where it's dry. That would probably be a good idea, as soon as that's getting wet. One more. Right, so this is what I was talking about. It's literally goes on here. So then there's one more on the other side. That I've got to get off. That actually came off in one piece, which is really cool. It's going to be a screwdriver. Oh, I shouldn't have put that away, should I? I will say, if any of you are like me, then making sure you put your tools back every time you've used them plays a massive part, because if not, you end up with tools everywhere. Okay, cool, so we can see a little bit more now than what we did before. We've got the base of this one, yes, which should mean also we should be able to coax this one out. I'll say that before I try. Oh, there we go. So what I'm probably going to do is end up putting the screws back in off camera so that I don't lose any, which now gives me access to, what does it give me access to? Disconnected this, does it come off? Oh, it's got a snail. Turbo. I wonder. So it looks as if the engine and gearbox are supposed to come off in one. So all I need to do now is ascertain where these bolts are. I'm going to check YouTube. Probably the best thing to do in circumstances like this. How to remove a 2CV engine. 4 minutes and 41 seconds. Yeah, I think I'm a bit off of that. Well, that was about as much use as a chocolate teapot. So I am literally just 2CV engine removal. Okay, well let's go with removing the fan housing. That's brilliant. How do I remove the fan? So I've just watched a quick video on how to remove this. Okay. And basically, all they did was they put a socket in there. Nope. There. There must be a way of stopping this. How on earth do they do that? Okay, so I've had an idea, right? We get the BFS. I'll jam it in there like that. Maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to. I'll be able to loosen it. Hey, there we go. So lock the flywheel. Oh, see, I'm using my brain. Haha. Basic mechanics. Seems a bit too. Haha! We have a bolt. Oh. Right. No. Yes. Oh my gosh. It's off! Oh! Unbelievable. Finally. Now, do I really know how I did that? No. No, I do not. But I followed the instructions. So, the next step to this, after the fan is removed, are some bolts down here, which I'm presuming So we're on a speed up, and good a time as any just to check in and see how you're enjoying what you've seen so far. Thanks for sticking with me for this long if you have done already. I'm sure that this will make it easier than just seeing that screen just being sped up. So yeah, I had so much fun doing these videos that I kind of lost track of time. I don't have a concept at all, to be honest with you. The car I've had for 3.5 years, 4 years, which is, you know, not what I said at the beginning, so I do apologise there. But yeah, I mean, it's just it kind of gets away with you, and you don't realise when you're watching these videos, because I watch a lot of I watch Hoovies, Tavarish, Wrench Every Day, you know, and Vice Grip. So, you know, when I watched the videos, just didn't realise quite how much content you have to cut. So, you know, I mean, we're still at an hour, just over an hour for this video, and yeah, you know, there's loads that I've cut out. But anyway, I do hope you enjoyed so far. I really hope that you stick with me till the end, and whether it's good or bad, just let me know what you think. All comments will be greatly appreciated. Enjoy the rest of the video. So I'm literally, all I'm doing is taking them off. And there's the fourth one. Right, no, these brackets. So what I'm going to do, because these, I know these look old and absolutely knackered, but I'm going to save these. I'm going to put the nuts back on these because victory. Get in. So, and there is a cord here. A little grommet. I'm fairly certain that this could be used again, because although it's off, it's still in one piece. And I will even go as far as to put these mounts back on again, simply because this is the kind of stuff that is easily forgotten, and I'm hoping I can slide that mount left on there. I'm hoping I can slide that out. And yep, there you go, done. So again, I'm going to put this back on here. Simple reason being, because I am one of the worst people in the world for remembering. Yeah. So keeping it fresh while it's there, and keeping things like this saves me time in the future. So far today we've taken the manifold and the carburetor off. We've now taken the front fan assembly off, disconnected the brake calipers, and now I can get a kind of a clearer look of what's going on here. So I mean, these no more sharpie. Filed. As you can see, this is absolutely rotted out. So there's no, it's not even connected. There's a huge piece missing. So I now have to kind of work out where the engine's bolted, where it's connected to the frame. This is that little radiator that I was talking about, and this looks like it's in really good condition, so I'm going to hopefully save that. As I said, the engine turns over, it's all free, but obviously I'm going to pop a little bit of two-stroke down the spark plugs and plug up those inlet and exhaust, because yeah, I don't want those getting filled with water, get hydro locked. So yeah, we are a lot closer to removing the engine than we were earlier today, and I will say I'm very pleased, because as I said to you before, I'm not a mechanic. I have basic knowledge for, you know, older cars from, you know, my dad, my granddad, you know, just as I said, the new stuff, you couldn't take this all apart, you know, everything would be plastic, you wouldn't be able to see anything. So yeah, we're getting there. So I'm going to put you back, and I'm going to carry on looking for mounting points for the engine. Also worth mentioning, I don't have a engine lift or anything like that, so, and I'm on my own. This could be fun. Right, so this is a weight to nothing here, but this engine is still sitting quite, I mean, surely it can't just be, oh, okay. There's me. Okay, so there's me looking for mounting points. Just to sort of, how can I show you this? It's pretty much done. I think if I disconnect the gearbox, I should be able to lift the engine out. So I'm going to put you back here where you're safer. Right, so there appears to be two bolts connecting the engine to the flywheel. Surely that can't be it. Surely it can't be. No, I mean, there's no way on earth that there's okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. What are these gonna be? 16s? No.
10 seconds. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Huh, I was right. It's 16s. Just while we're here, I'm just going to pop that back in there. Huh, no. Ah, 16. Right. Now, I can't actually remove the
Lost a leg, Helen.
can't remove the brakes or the drive shafts because stupidly I disconnected the calipers before.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, so basically I've got no way of stopping this spinning, so I need an impact to get them off. And what I'm hoping is that I can somehow sneak behind the brake. Let's try with this extra long one. Oh. Huh. Wow, unbelievable. This might actually be doable.
Yeah, nearly halfway. Halfway. 2, 1. Go.
I can get to the hardest ones first. That way the ones at the top are easy, so because there's no point in taking those off up there if I can't get these out down here. So far so good, fingers crossed. Uh-huh.
10 seconds.
1,
2, 1. Go. You're halfway.
huh? That would so help if that was not there, whatever that is. Oh, lovely. Just see this.
Right.
Huh. I don't even know what that is down there, but it's right in the way. And of course we're disconnected the brake caliper. Of course I'm being snared. I'm being snared by the brake line. I'm covered in brake fluid. This is so in my way. I have no idea what it is. And there's more brake fluid. That's just what I need. So this one's not as easy as the other one, as you can see. Right. I need to lift that up. Let's Yeah, this is safe. Yeah. Can I?
You ready? Going in 2, 1, go.
Stick my hand in there. It's so much easier if I'd have done it the right way. This is fun. Definitely something.
10 seconds. Going in 3, 2, 1, go.
I've just got to remember not to slip or, you know, move, because I've got to trap my hand under here, which is always fun. Oh. Oh. Right now, what you can't see is down here where that socket is, but because the engine is almost falling out because there's nothing holding it in, obviously I've got to try and lift from some, like that. As you can see, it's all moving. So, God, I haven't had this much fun for years. You know what? I really haven't. I don't tend to do a lot of activities. I have mental health issues. Diagnosed bipolar, personality disorder, emotionally unstable is what it is. And I get locked in here more than anything else. So for me to do what I've been doing lately is a big thing. I've started writing music again. I'm singing, which is really good. But this is actually really therapeutic, what I'm doing right now. It is, you know, it is good fun. Hold on. I can't get my hands, unfortunately. I thought we were there, but we're not quite. Almost there. Don't try this at home. This is actually quite dangerous, I'm not going to lie to you. It really is. Definitely not safety approved, I'll tell you that much. Another one bites the dust. Oh. Now, my only concern is that by doing these 2 bolts here, it's gonna drop the engine. So I'm gonna do the sensible thing. Always put your tools away, remember that. Right. I'm going to do the sensible thing, and I am going to... Oh. I'm out of axle stands. So, let's see. So what I'm doing is I'm just placing the jack underneath the sump. So if those bolts are the only thing holding the engine, I want to make sure that it's not going to fall on the floor, because that would be disastrous. I have a spare gearbox, but not a spare engine. Now, again, still amazed at Citroen, to be honest with you. Not going to lie, this is unbelievable. I don't know when these were last off, but you know, I mean, I've soaked a couple of these with 2-stroke oil, but I mean, nothing like has been extreme so far, you know, and it's just amazing. Comes with a bolt holder as well. I hope you're getting a good view up there. 2. This, don't know what this is, but it's some form of bracketry. I think it was something to do with the oh, I need a deep socket. Right, okay.
Two, one, mash and twist.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ah. Would you believe it? I actually have, see, this set that I got, worth every penny. Go. Loosen these off, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them on there, because what I want to try and do is I want to try and split the engine from the bell housing, and just hopefully there's no other bolts underneath. I'll just double check. Yep, I can't see anything. Okay. Check. Now this is all what looks to be aluminium. So, oh no, there we go. Okay, that's cool. Right, let's get these out. Oh. So these are the last two bolts, I think, right? So in the next few minutes you're either going to see one or two things. This engine coming off and going on the floor and not being a problem, or I'm going to drop it. Yeah. I'm going for the first one. Oh, look at that. Double threaded bolt. That's funny, this one didn't unthread like that, but the other one did. Okay. Right, cool. So, I'm going to clear a path, first of all. Oh, okay. Not as easy as what I thought.
10 seconds.
Ah, these are what these are pulling. Oof. Right. I need a bar.
2, 1, go.
Scratch that. This is the first time I've ever removed an engine from anything. It's not going too well, is it? So, I've got no bolts holding it in. What if I let the jack down a little bit? Maybe that'll help.
Second round, through that.
Why are you not coming off?
3, 2, 1, go.
That jack up. Oh my gosh. Please tell me you're recording. It's off. I've done it. I've disconnected the engine. Yes. Woo. Right. Let's get this baby moved. Ah. Okay. So now we've got a gearbox and some brakes to remove, but I think we're going to wrap it up just there. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. This is literally a first for me. I've never removed an engine from anything at all. So for me to go from having an engine in the car to it being out of the car, not being a mechanic, and it's taken probably 2 to 3 hours. Probably would have took an hour and a half had I have read the instructions in the Haynes manual and whatever else. But yes, fellow human beings, I've made it. So yeah. And then obviously once this one's obviously all buttoned up and it's you know, on that, and then there's then this one gets coilovers, polybushed. I've got someone coming to help me with that. But yeah, so anyway, thanks for watching. If you like my content, please subscribe, like and share if you feel I'm worthy of it. And if not, I really hope you enjoyed this. I've had so much fun. So anyway, thanks for watching.